It's interesting when you think, remember that meeting, of course, with President Trump and our current British Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer. And he was like a little schoolboy, wasn't he, giving him that invite, from His Majesty the King, King Charles III, about another official state visit. And rightly so, he is the President of the United States. But as we've seen, our special relationship has literally crumbled away. But who's truly to blame? And more importantly, as the President of the United States, well, quite frankly, rumbled Sir Keir. Let me explain. Hi, good to see you. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's always nice to see you. And, it's a funny thing, isn't it? People do this. I think it's like this in real life, isn't it? Oh, we'll have a wave, sorry. It's right like this in real life, isn't it? People, I don't know if you agree with this, they think you're never going to find out, whether you've said something or something like that. We've all had it. And this is truly now what's happened behind the scenes over in the White House and, of course, the current British Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer. People are concerned, naturally, the fact that, of course, our very once warm, special relationship, which has been developed over many years and decades, literally when you think about it, has been blown away from idiots really like this. David Lammy, the current Foreign Secretary, who basically was very disrespectful to President Trump. And then we have Angela Rayner, literally on camera, saying that basically has no place in public life. This from Angela Rayner. It's incredible.
The North. Very interestingly.
Well, quite. Him and Donald Trump are competing.
Yeah, I know. Well, we'll come to Mr. Trump
Who's the biggest idiot?
We'll come to the President in a moment. Which one's a blithering idiot?
No, who's the biggest idiot, Angela Rayner? Who would you say?
Who do you think is the biggest idiot?
I mean, it's tough competition, if I'm honest. It's really tough competition. I mean, we've got the highest death rates in Europe, and Donald Trump is killing, thousands of Americans by giving them duff advice, and his macho, I'm all right, look at me, I've survived COVID. He's an absolute buffoon. He has no place in the White House. He's an embarrassment, and he should be ashamed of himself, especially when thousands of Americans have died. COVID is a serious disease. It's a serious pandemic. People have died, loved ones have died, and he's an absolute disgrace. And so is Boris Johnson for not being able to even know his own rules. I think they're both idiots, and we deserve better than that.
And let's not forget that the current Labour Party, the government, sent over 100 people to try and rally and vote against the current president of the United States. And they wonder, why don't they like us anymore? Think about it. It doesn't matter what party you're from, whether you're the Biden side or whether you're the Trump side. It just looks bad. The optics are horrendous. Now, as you can see, basically Sir Keir Starmer gushed about liking the bust, of course, of Winston Churchill back in the White House. And then, if you remember also, he was very keen to show off individual pieces while people were visiting him at Chequers, all about Churchill. Now, the other side of the coin is Sir Keir Starmer and the rest of the government have been told never to go on camera without a British flag behind them, fooling the British people, or so they think. But this really upset the president, because what they didn't realise was, as he was gushing about Winston Churchill, etc., yes, the removal of those portraits from number 10 Downing Street are now the biggest factor as to why the majority of the British public are saying they've had enough of this government. So much so, they are now rating the lowest ever in, history of the Labour Party. People are bailing out from the party at the rate of knots. But of course they keep posting things like, we're developing change. They couldn't develop a picture, but this is the problem. Now, what's interesting is, as I told you previously, upon the return back over here of the President of the United States, Donald Trump, they plan to put the pictures back into 10 Downing Street, the ones that they removed of Margaret Thatcher and Winston Churchill, so that he'll be none the wiser. Now, as I said, Angela Rayner was so incredibly disrespectful about the president. Do they really think that he doesn't notice social media, see reports, and if we just whack up the pictures, he'll never notice? Or the fact that, of course, Angela said that he was misogynist and had no place in public life. This is Ange, of course, who, if you look deeper into her background, some people might say the same thing. Either way, it looks like the special relationship is busted, but it's all down to these people, according to parliamentary insiders. Neil Sean in the very heart of Kensington.